And a good day, everybody. Jean Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Look a mess. My hair, see everywhere. Today, we're looking at Oyster Shell Pilsner by our friends at TrimTab Brewery. 6% ABV, but whatever Beer Advocate puts in this says 5, but it is a Bohemian style Pilsner. And this is part of the gallery series that TrimTab Brewing is doing right now. Of course, the brewery is based in Birmingham, Alabama, here. Now, they say, they put 60 pounds of oyster shells in this tank, in their brewing tank, to give the bill a sort of nice minerality. Say that 10 times. Make this a super crisp, enjoyable Pilsner. So, we will see. Crafted with real oyster shells, provided our friends at Automatic Seafood. Of course, Alabama, more so the lower part of Alabama where I'm at right now, Mobile. Seafood is very popular, as you can tell. So, here what the beer looks like. Not too bad. Sort of clear. A lot of head up top right away. A little subtle sweetness there. Definitely getting a little strong malt presence right away. Not bad. Here we go. A little tangy, a little lemony. A mild salty. Just mild, you can barely taste, but there's a little hint of it there. But a good Pilsner, decent. There's really not much rankings or scored of this beer yet. I've seen on Beer Advocate or any of the sites right now. On tap, they have some scoring on it. Some of it is pretty decent already. But a lot of foam up top. I mean, it's a bit to a lot of malt that I'm getting in this. So, but there's just an ease, on this. I'm trying to think of Bohemian Pilsner. Well, there was one Pilsner I did. Was one I'm well aware of. Let's see, Bohemian Pilsner. What's that from the people who make Imperial? Let me see. Czech style Pilsner. Of course, Lagunitas Czech style Pils is another one. Mama Little Yellow Pils is another one. That's the one I was thinking of right there. By Oscar Blues Brewery. And that's probably the more well-known Pilsner Urquell. I wouldn't call it. I think more of a Euro. I wouldn't say it's a Bohemian style Pilsner, but more a Euro Pilsner. But maybe it's the same, I guess. But probably the two that comes to mind. But, this is gonna. So that they're very interesting. Why do you want to use clams? I mean, oyster shells. Excuse me, I'm saying clams. Oyster shells in this, but just like the that beer, that oyster stout that I had from Braided River. That was kind of interesting in its way. They used real oyster shells on that. That was kind of unique flavor stout. TrimTab Brewing, of course, based in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, I've had their IPA, which is their flagship beer. This is part of some gallery series that they're putting out. This just came out just recently. Not much has been what it is, what other beers they have, but if you go to their website, of course, their IPA, then they have a Southern Pale Ale, but the TrimTab IPA is their more well-known, popular brand. Of course, Alabama, Birmingham. If you look at the city of Birmingham itself, I mean, you have them, Avondale, Good People. I'm trying to think I think it's like maybe 7 breweries in that city alone. Of course, the whole state as a whole right now. I mean, probably over the last maybe 11 years right now has really, 12 years, and it's become just amazing in terms of beers that are being put out and being distributed. It's just amazing. So, people really need to go check it out and see what they're getting. From, I mentioned the names already. Back 40. I think Singing River is also on the border of Alabama, right on the border of Tennessee. And of course, Fairhope Brewing Company. A lot of great beers being produced in here, and it's only getting better. So more room for everybody, as they say. This is not bad. A little mild, salty, very barely tasted, but just a little scent of it. A little tinge of sweetness to this as well. Very malty, very firm, but it just is a nice, good, refreshing Pilsner. Extra cold. I had it in the freezer for a good while before I opened it up. So this ain't bad. I think people really need to try this out. So I'm going to go on with this video here. I'm just going to say, for it right now, first time trying this, and sort of the uniqueness of using oysters, like 60-pound oysters just dropped into the in the kettle, the tank, while they're brewing their beer. Kind of unique flavor, and barely, not overly salty, at all. So I'm gonna go with a B+ on this one. I think this is really good. They got a good thing on their hands here, and well done by TrimTab. So not too bad of a Bohemian Pilsner. Is this up there with Pilsner Urquell? Probably not, but it could hold its own. Even the Lagunitas Czech style Pilsner as well, hold its own as well too. So I am going to go again B+, so that would be an 8.99 score for this. The wonderful oyster shell. So says 5%, but really 6%. Very enjoyable stout by TrimTab Brewing Company. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Rambleton. Keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and learn. Oyster shell Pilsner. I like.